It's turkey time. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're having a pop-up Thanksgiving live coming to you live from Otter Creek from the Whatnot Packaging Center. And there's lots to do. There's still a ton to do. But we're going to spend an hour with you talking about what needs to be done before our Whatnot auction. That's going to be the next hour of us just job turkey talking.
I heard that you're going to be auctioning off your Thanksgiving hat and your glasses.
I am. Who wants dibs on these turkey glasses and this turkey hat?
Turkey for you.
Jeremy's turkey hat.
And turkey for me.
He's gonna switch it up though. You're gonna do a couple.
Wait, I am?
Yeah. You gotta switch it up a little bit.
I don't know if my bald spots can actually handle all that.
That one's actually really cool. It looks like a peacock turkey.
No, it doesn't. It looks like I have a giant driveway coming out of my head. What were you thinking? Seriously?
When I saw it online, it was actually on a female.
Yeah, I bet it was.
It was on a female's head, not
probably strapped on. Oh my goodness. If this isn't in the camera the right way, we're okay.
If this ain't awkward, then let's make it even more awkward.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the other one. Definitely going
Well,
with.
then I'm gonna wear. Maybe I should wear this one then.
Hey, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat.
Let's give it a try. Let's give it a whirl.
Okay.
Let's give it a whirl.
I'm cool with that if you're cool with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that if you're fine with that.
There we go. There we go. Shake your tail feather, y'all. Shake your tail
Are you twerking
feather.
again?
The turkey's twerking, not me. One me. One me.
George, it's Thanksgiving.
It is. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And things are getting kind of turkey lurky up in here.
Okay. I thought maybe you would go jerky. That's an actual word. Lurky. You know what? Lurky is probably an Otter Creek word. There have been a lot of people lurking on us. So lurky, yeah, that would probably be a good Otter Creek word. Yeah. Historically on Thanksgiving, because of our maybe demented sense of humors, we have historically talked about the things that we're unthankful for.
The least thankful for.
The least thankful. It's become a
tradition.
It's become a least thankful giving tradition for us.
It sure has.
Yeah.
It sure has.
And by all means, we have tremendous amount to be thankful for this year.
Absolutely. Like being able to see all of you guys through the camera.
Baby, you're turkey lurking again.
Well,
you're
that's the whole point.
You're a turkey.
What's the point of hiding behind these shades if I can't lurk at the people at home? What are you eating? Where do you live? What are you eating? Where do you live?
Do you still the people still don't know who you're making fun of when you say, where do you live? So there is a very small channel.
Where do you live?
And the guy is a complete and total creep. He lives in Pennsylvania.
You don't have to share that much information. Let's just keep it at
the guy is a complete and total creep.
Where do you live?
As a matter of fact, one time we were filming and we agreed that we would actually film before we knew how big of a creep he was. And he wanted to film things about looking at George's female anatomy. And at one point there was a baby and not an actual baby, somebody who we named Baby, and you can fill in the rest of the blank, who often said, I wish I had somebody who loved me as much as this creep loves George. And this creep in a live stream, literally to another female, goes up to the camera, where do you live? And so when you see George doing that, she's actually making fun of that creeper. So and there are many on YouTube that actually make fun of that creepy incident, which is something we're not thankful for. We are not thankful for creeps. No, creeps, freaks, or anything along that line, or yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Indeedy.
But
so let us know at home. Where do you live? Actually, let us know at home. What are you least thankful for? We should name off at least like 3. Our top 3 things.
I can go with number 1.
Thankful
It's
for.
not top, it's not in a particular order, but let me give you one. When somebody overuses, when somebody completely overuses hashtags, baby. You know, the overuse of hashtags, baby.
Okay.
That never happens.
Okay.
You know, there are people out there that actually overuse the term hashtag or overuse hashtags with ridiculous, stupid, moronic verbiage, or if they just kept it to hashtag baby, then everything would be great.
It'd be a different. Would it be gravy?
It'd be.
Is this chair sinking on you,
Yeah,
or are you making it sing?
Well, the turkey wants the show, so.
If you're just tuning in, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I think Thanksgiving is just a celebration in the US and Day, correct? Or do they celebrate it in different countries as well? I don't know.
Baby, I know you're not from this country, but Thanksgiving is when, the pilgrims came over, the Indians saw they were in complete and total famine. Lives were lost, and without the actual locals, those who lived off the land, those who knew the land, to care for those pilgrims and to feed them, all lives would have been lost. And so we're thankful for friends but that's not what we're talking about right now.
We're talking about the least thankful.
Okay. What about,
because I know we have people from all over the planet watching, and they're probably like, well, what the heck is Thanksgiving?
That's true. If they are from around the planet, they probably have no clue what it even is.
We got to keep our viewers from all over the planet in mind as well.
That's true. That's true. If I turn the turkey, will he drop a dookie on me?
He may drop a butt nugget on you.
That, you know what? We like butt nuggets.
He may.
That would be nice.
So we've pinned a comment in the live chat if you're tuning in real time at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. We typically release a pre-recorded video, but with Thanksgiving, we always
go live on Thanksgiving, and we crack jokes like hashtag baby,
hashtag turkey.
Turkey lurkey.
Yes.
Okay. What about when you're at a store and there are people that are so ignorantly not self-aware of who they are, spatial awareness, people awareness, and they're blocking the entire aisles, and you can't get by no matter what. You literally got to go down another aisle just to get to the other side where they're blocking. Are you thankful for that or unthankful?
I'm guilty of doing that sometimes. I am so guilty of doing that sometimes, where I've had people say, oh, honey, is it okay if I move your cart? And I'm like, yes, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to block the aisle.
By the way, that's me who's saying that to her. She has no self-awareness. I'm like, I'm fat. I'm old. I don't have the cart that has the motorized engine. I don't want to walk around the entire aisle. Honey, can you please move? I didn't know.
Oh, my bad. I don't do it intentionally. It just happens where my cart stops and I'm like, ooh. And I have a squirrel moment. I'm like, oh, I think I need that. And then
she's like, ooh, turkey hats.
It's not intentional. It happens by
turkey hats. Oh my goodness, we'll use that in the live stream. Yeah, and then she's blocking. And she's blocking everybody and everything.
True.
Baby, keep that thing away from me. I don't know what that is. That reminds me of a unit we bought in Medina, and it was a magic trick and a red sponge. And when you opened it up, it went. That's what it did. It went. With as much flying as we do, which when we fly back. We fly back to Ohio the week of Christmas for your appointments, right? And then And then we're probably flying back a little bit earlier. I haven't told you about this yet. We've been invited to be a part of training the new auctioneers in auctioneer school.
Well, my first
And-
appointment is on the 23rd, which is a Monday. We have to be back in Ohio like
Well,
Sunday the
absolutely.
latest.
So I figured
So
what we
it'll
would do.
be Sunday.
The training days are December 11th and potentially the 12th. And we've been invited to be a part of training the new upcoming auctioneers. I figured we'd fly back and we'd fly to Ohio. And that is all with, just so you know, that is all with the understanding that somebody will not be able to participate within that. And so, and that person is being blocked from being able to participate in that so that we can actually be there and teach. So that being said, I figured we would fly back then. And one of the things that drives us both nuts is when there's feet in the back of our plane chairs. Like,
Yes, I am least thankful of, it's usually the little ones, little kids that just kick the seat, and I don't think they're doing it intentionally. They just do it out of nervousness, or it's a tick, or whatever it is. That is something that I am least thankful
It's
for.
not the kids that make me least thankful. It's the parents that don't do anything about it when it's their responsibility. Now, come on. Come on. Come on.
Sometimes parents just zone their kids out, and as long as they're not crying,
Do you think
they're
Christian
not paying
impatience?
attention.
You think Christian impatience are going to let Pepper kick people's chairs in a plane?
I don't know. I can't
No,
tell.
I
I can't predict the future.
I think they have more self-awareness than that.
Michelle says, I love your natural looks. You mean our job turkey looks?
We haven't even showered today.
Job turkey looks.
We did sleep in. You got up at 11.
I don't remember.
She's like, you said I could sleep in today. I went 11.
I don't remember. I kept getting
11
woken
is
up.
sleeping in.
It wasn't.
She's like, I didn't sleep
It
in.
definitely wasn't uninterrupted. He kept coming back and waking me.
Okay, so anyways, are you trying to say you're least thankful for me coming back and waking you?
I wanted to sleep in,
You did till 11.
and you kept waking me.
It
It was uninterrupted sleep.
I was definitely.
Uninterrupted.
I will fully 100% admit I was absolutely interrupting her.
Yes.
Yes,
you
I was. Yes. Are you least thankful for that? Those interruptions?
Plug in.
All right, she's plugging in.
Plugged in.
She's plugging in. You know, something else that I'm least thankful for is nature's napkin. You know what nature's napkin is, right? It's my beard. This is nature's napkin right here. And when I have food in it, but even more least thankful when I blow my nose and later George tells me I have boogers in it. That I'm not thankful for. I mean, now some of you are probably thinking, well, I'm thankful for it. I got some snacks in there. But I gave up eating boogers around, what age did you stop eating boogers, babe?
I never started.
I don't believe her. So, I gave up eating boogers around the age 43, 44. I'm 47 now. And so now when there's boogers in my beard in nature's napkin here, it's a little embarrassing, especially when it's George calling me out and she's like, hey, you got some boogers in your beard. Like, I can't help it. It's dirty. It's dusty. And this napkin catches it all. Literally catches it all. Did your plug die? Uh-oh, George is unthankful right now for her laptop charger. She said it's dying. I think it's charging now, right?
No. Something happened to this cord. It's not working.
Huh. Why don't you go with that cord over there? The other things right now, George is least thankful for power cords. Definitely power cords. What about online posters? Now, we could call them posers, but online posters. Online posters who are deep and heavy in a debate, and they think they're so smart and they've got such a strong point, and they can't even spell there correctly or are correctly, or two correctly, right? We know there's TO, two, there's TWO, the number two, there's TOO, or also for two, or there's there, THERE, a location, there's there, THEIR, there's possession with that, there's they are, THEY, apostrophe RE, and they can't even figure it out. They think they're so smart, and they can't even figure out how to spell the most simple words. I'm not thankful for that. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at a post earlier today, and somebody was just going off complaining. And all I wanted to do, they were complaining about money being spent and how money was being spent. And all I wanted to do is reply and go, well, obviously it wasn't spent on your spelling bees, but I did not. I didn't say anything. And I'm not thankful for people who think they're so bright, posting so well. Here, use this extension cord over here. Just move it.
Reach.
Well, take what you have over there and move it.
Or just reach.
We're gonna find out real quick. People who think they're genius posters, and yet probably not pull. Probably she's unthankful right now. She lost power to the laptop. She's struggle busting with the laptop. You can probably put another cord. You got one over here? You got another cord, just pull that one and put it over there. Though individuals who think they're just complete and total geniuses, and yet they can't spell the most simple words. By the way, I think George is going to auction off these turkey hats here. I see Flippin' Adventures in the chat. Turtle Tortoise said, "You're the smartest American I know, Jeremy, and you spelled your right. YOU apostrophe RE. Nice job." There are many more Americans who are way smarter than me. What about needing to go to Walmart, which that happens to us a lot here, needing to go to Walmart, but you can't find your pajamas? That's an issue. Have you ever been in that particular predicament? You're charging now. That worked.
Okay.
Have you ever had to go to Walmart, George, and you just couldn't find your pajamas to be able to go and fit in with the rest of the crew?
My pajamas?
Baby, you can't go to Walmart if you're not wearing a muumuu and pajamas. You know that.
Not everybody wears muumuus and pajamas to Walmart.
Oh. Well, Crook said he was going to the grocery store and he didn't even have
any shoes.
So, I thought maybe that's it. Having to go to Walmart and you found your shoes. Oh, man.
No shoes, no shirt.
No service. No service. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Like, I got to go to Walmart, but I found my shoes. I'm so unthankful. I can't believe this. Baby.
I got to do awkward turkey stuff throughout the live.
Let's turkey jerky. Let's make out. Finally, some PDA on camera. Michelle, thank you so much for your super chat.
I have family members who are smart but lack common sense. Yes.
Yes.
Common sense to us may not be common sense to others. Like I had to learn that years ago. And so I try and say, well, maybe this person doesn't know this. Well, maybe this person doesn't understand this. Like, for example, someone who says online auctions are whack. Well, that person doesn't know what is available out there. You only know what you know, right?
I think I'm following your logic.
Yes,
there.
like if he's never been exposed,
I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know.
Right. If he's never been exposed to certain platforms, online platforms,
I was exposed.
How would he know?
I was exposed at Walmart once. It's the pajamas.
Remember that one time Debbie Vaughn sent you a mankini?
Yes.
That's something somebody has worn to Walmart.
What about when we're at Walmart? Okay, have you ever been in this situation? All these cars nowadays have car alarms, and we're in Walmart and we're in the parking lot, and these alarms are wah, 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 wah. Alarms means something's wrong. That means everybody should be running to the situation. That's something I'm unthankful for. Car alarms go off. Nobody goes and sees if somebody needs help. Nobody goes and tries to correct the situation. Nobody does anything except sit there and go, stupid car alarm.
Yeah.
Whose car is that? And they go and they walk. They literally walk away. What is the purpose of a car alarm? Seriously, what is the purpose? There's nobody running to the car alarm.
They're like, I'm minding my own business.
Nobody.
I'm not law enforcement. You know, so I have a key fob that has an alarm button. And so many times I've put my keys in my pocket and my butt hit that button and it sets the alarm off.
Baby, your butt sets my alarm off too. Yeah. I'm just saying. Now, speaking about Walmart, we're in Walmart. We got car alarms going off. You know, our trucks are huge. I mean, they're Dodge Ram,
they're very loud.
2500s.
They are very loud.
They have 2-inch lift kits on them. And the reason why is because we bought the first one. It already had a 2-inch lift kit. And we found out real quick that George, if there's a 2-inch lift kit, she doesn't get motion sickness. But if there wasn't a lift kit, like with Ramsey's 2.0, she got motion sickness.
With the Ford truck.
So for the old Ford truck as well, before we had the Dodge Rams. So with the 2-inch lift kit, we found out on accident, because we bought Ramsey's with the 2-inch lift kit already on it. We found out that's the only way she doesn't get motion sickness. So we have oversized trucks. We don't have obnoxious lift kits on them. We have enough lift, which honestly, that keeps George from getting motion sickness, and it helps with pulling trailers, believe it or not. And so
I have gotten motion sickness sitting in the back seat, going down windy roads of West Virginia.
Yes.
Remember I puked right in front of my cousin?
Yes, I do.
Patience and Christian was there. I was in the back seat. Yeah.
And so we have oversized vehicles, which aren't obnoxiously oversized. They're just large vehicles. And when we're going to park, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a good parking spot. And then as you literally pull up on it, you see the tiniest little car in there. It was hiding the entire time behind all the normal cars.
I am least thankful for that.
You've been there, haven't you?
Yes.
Especially driving Ramsey's.
Oh my goodness.
Which, by the way, George was driving Ramsey's 2.0 this past Saturday. We got up really early. We bought one of the most epic storage units we've ever purchased.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So if you watched yesterday's video, that's the unit that Jeremy somehow I picked out. He's got a better eye. He has a better knack for.
I stopped bidding
for profiling units, and I never saw what the unit looked like. I just had I told him I don't want to see it. I want to be surprised what's in it, because I honestly think it's filled with sports memorabilia
and autographs.
And he put in his max bid
at 2,000,
and then it was still going after a certain amount of time. He's like, should I continue bidding? I'm like, yes.
We had viewers message us and say, hey, in that unit you got, the $340 unit, you got the washer and dryer. Can we come and pick up that washer and dryer? We'll pay you $340. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. So they showed up, and I was like, I'm done bidding, George. This is crazy. This is going too high. Now it had a soft bid, which means it adds time and adds time. I checked back on it a half hour later. It was still going. And I was like, baby, what do you think? What do you think? She's like, just do it. I was like, okay. And I did. And I was scared to death. $2,500, $3,000 plus after all expenses is a ton of money. And best decision George ever pushed me towards, for sure. And we're going to be auctioning some of that stuff off tonight.
Yeah. So if you haven't downloaded Whatnot yet, it's a free app that you can download. We've pinned the invite link in the live chat. If you click on that, download Whatnot app. It's free to download. You'll get an additional $15 for free to spend anywhere on the app, not just with us. You could spend it anywhere with any reseller. And so we will be auctioning off not only our Turkey Lurkey gear, but a lot of the sports memorabilia and items that we found in the unit.
Going to be some fun stuff
at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. So you've been there. You thought you had a good parking spot. You didn't have a good parking spot.
Yeah. So now
there
when
was a
I
tiny
drive,
car in there.
now when I'm driving Ramsey's, I don't even care. I'll park the furthest spot. I don't need to be front row Joe VIP parking. I could be all the way in the back and just walk.
Well, we have to when we pull the trailer.
Yes.
So
Even when we're not pulling the trailer, I'll just find a spot.
it is
The
Florida,
furthest
so.
away from, as long as it's near like a shopping cart return area, like the furthest spot out.
The thing that I realize about Florida is the first 500 spots are all handicap parking, and then you've got like 25 spots that are for normal people. So
I'm okay with parking and walking.
Retirement communities.
It's nice out. If it's nice out, I don't mind it.
Yeah, so we've been there. There's no doubt we've been there. And
Rizzo says, my parking spot fell down.
My parking spot didn't fall down. What about you make a phone call and all of a sudden the automated phone call says, your call is very important to us. Please hold. And then for the next 40 minutes, you have to listen to flute solos. And you're like, oh, my call's important, huh? Not more important than this flute solo. I can only take up so much of Kenny G on the saxophone. Oh my goodness. Not thankful for that.
There is one on hold jam that I like listening to. It's like, ba-dum, ching, ching, ching.
You actually know it?
Bam, 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 bam.
I have no idea what you are singing right now.
I mean, I may be humming it wrong, but
I kind of feel the next time I call you, you're going to be like, hey,
please hold.
Your call is very important to me. Ba-dum, ching, wing, wing. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I'm like, and 40 minutes later, I'm like, you done, George? You done? You done?
When the on hold music drops. Ba-dum, bum, bum,
Baby, I don't think we should be touching like that. This is YouTube. This is getting a little inappropriate here. Oh my goodness.
They love our hats.
Well, they are really good.
Turkey lurkey.
How about when you give somebody some advice, they come to you for advice, you give them advice, they don't listen to you at all, and then you sit back and you watch their whole world fall apart. I mean, it could be something as silly as a cease and desist, which isn't silly, it's a legal thing. Or you tell them do the right thing and they refuse to, and then their whole world falls apart.
Like crumbling.
Crumbling like cracker crumb pie crust. That I'm not thankful for either. No. And we could go into a lot of venues and directions there. Like everybody we meet on YouTube, and if we ever film with them, we tell them the same thing. Don't ever create drama in our lives. We will not tolerate it. And we will immediately cut you off if you backstab us, lie to us, try and steal from us, create drama in our lives. And then they run and cry and, I'm a victim. What the hell won't film with me? What the hell won't promote me? What the But they never talk about what they did to us. Isn't that interesting?
Very true. We are least thankful for that.
We kind of just shared one of those creeps, what he was trying to do with your body parts in a video. But that's never been revealed before. And there's so much more. But at any rate, how about realizing there's no more toilet paper, but it's too late. You already dropped the deuce. Oh.
Definitely am thankful for that. That's why we wear 2 pairs of socks. I'm just kidding.
You're not.
I've never had to go that far.
Yes, she has. Yes, she
has.
She's been to the point. Jeremy, can you throw your socks in for me? This one's a messy one. I need your socks.
So I've never done that before. That's not a true story. But I have been in a bathroom before, luckily with friends, where there was no toilet paper. And I'm like, hey, can you loan me a couple squares? And then you see the hand coming in underneath the stall with a couple squares. So ever since that happened, every stall I go into, I make sure there's toilet paper before I even go enter. I look and I peek.
I'm not that smart.
I look and I peek. And I get my turkey on like this.
You get more than your turkey
before I ever even go in. If I see no toilet paper, no TP, I go into the next stall.
I've literally been in a stall, went, oh crap, after I crap, and then had to pull the pants up and play musical chairs and go to another stall.
There wasn't someone next door where you
I
could
am
borrow a
not
couple
asking
squares?
somebody next door. We're men. We don't ask. We find another stall.
I'd be like, knock, knock.
If that means we got to walk through the entire
I'd be
airport.
knocking on the stall. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please hand me some toilet paper?
No, I am not
have no
admitting
shame in that.
I am not
I
admitting
would
that.
have no shame in that. But luckily, I've never had to do that. Luckily, it was always a friend in the stall next to me.
It's always her asking for my socks. She's like, I need backup stat. Both pair of my socks are gone. They're ruined. Hurry. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad. When it's too late. Woo! Woo!
Nancy says that's why women go in pairs.
Hey, you know something else that I'm least thankful for? And this is going to sound a little ridiculous. Maybe you'll understand. Ads on YouTube videos.
Oh my
I can't
God.
stand them. I hate them. I hate ads
Especially
on YouTube
during
videos.
live or during
Oh
an
my
auction.
goodness.
You know what though?
Who the hell put them ads in there?
There are no ads on Whatnot. If you want to buy something from our auctions, download Whatnot. There are no ads.
Now we
so you should
truly
be thankful for that. No ads on
that's
Whatnot.
true. But we appreciate everybody who does watch the ads. It does help us greatly, and especially with all the damage that has been done to our businesses this year. So we truly do appreciate it.
And that's why George throws her socks on the floor.
Yeah. And guess who has to pick them up afterwards? It ain't her. It ain't her.
Now the rumors are gonna start.
There's a trail that goes from the bathroom.
Now the rumors are gonna start flying.
I could take the camera right now to the schoolhouse bathroom and show you the trail that leads right to here because she was just in there right before. I'm telling you, baby, don't touch that thing. You know what happens if you touch that thing. Oh my goodness. What about needing scissors to actually cut open a package of scissors?
Oh, that's
annoying.
That's the worst.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, and it's on there tight.
I'm like, hey, I just bought this pair of scissors. I can't even get to the scissors. I bought the scissors because I don't have scissors. I need scissors to get scissors. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
You know, I've gotten desperate to the point where I have to I've used toenail clippers to open some things.
Frankie H, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, we have used broken glass, broken pottery, broken ceramics, keys, you name it, to open stuff up. Chainsaw, you name anything we can in storage units because we always lose a knife.
One of the fillets for fish.
Yeah, fillet fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
oh my goodness. Mercedes says I've used a can opener to open packets.
That's smart.
That is smart.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. When desperate times calls for desperate measures, you use what you have.
Yeah,
you got to use what you have.
That's really smart. Thank you, Marcus King. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So while we joke about least thankful things that are such minor annoyances in the grand scheme of life and the grand scheme of bigger things that have happened. For example, this past year in Florida, multiple hurricanes destroyed entire lives.
Oh yeah.
And took lives. And yet I can sit here confidently with a turkey hat on and tell you that I praise the Lord and that I am so thankful that he kept George safe. He kept Deanna safe. He kept the schoolhouse property safe and the chickens and the ducks safe. I'm so thankful for God's protection and for what he has done for us in our lives. And while our lives seem like complete and total chaos right now, based on what others have done to us, continue to do to us, who will be held accountable in the courts of law, there are so many things to actually be thankful for. Mm-hmm. And so I do think it appropriate, sweetheart, if we transition to these silly things. And
we can definitely transition and talk about what we're thankful for.
Why don't you go? We'll bounce back and forth. Name something you're thankful for.
I am thankful for our community, you guys at home. So thankful for you guys. Like we could be in we could be in a downward mood and we just hop on and we see you guys and see your comments in the chat, and it makes us smile. It makes us laugh. And Deborah Thomas earlier said she's thankful for oatmeal ice cream.
Yes.
Oatmeal pie ice cream.
Yes. Chance NP, thank you so much for the super chat.
We too are thankful for Deborah and finding oatmeal cream pie ice cream for us, because where we typically get it from was affected by the hurricane. And I don't know when they will be reopening.
And we did hear this morning. So this is great, phenomenal news that the county commissioners in Levy County are contracting the repair of the Cedar Key Pier and the fishing pier. And so it's roughly, I think, around a $60,000 project, and that's incredible. That's incredible. You know, that's a place that we fell in love with. We fell in love with Cedar Key, and I'm gonna jump on and share that I'm so thankful for friends in Otter Creek, where so often what they see. Gina, thank you so much. Aww. Yes, that's part of the community, Gina. If you're reading Gina's super chat.
Yes.
So often what you've seen on videos is the bad, and yet there's so much good. And so
I think the good outweighs the bad.
So I kind of did an experiment this morning, whether I didn't share it with George yet. I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna text anybody. I'm going to see if anybody texts me without prompting. Have you ever done that before? You feel like you're the one that always initiates. You're the one that is always, you know, you're giving and you're giving and you're investing, and you want to see what the return is. And so this morning, what I did is, like, you know, normally I would go through my contact list and I would send out Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I wanted to see who would send it first. And I can share with you that there was a great handful of people in Otter Creek who did. And we appreciate them and we love them. And to share openly that Sissy was here all last night, helping us package. You know, Christian and Patience.
She didn't even realize how late she was working.
We're just goofing around and having fun. We were working, but Sissy is a local Otter Creek resident, and she was helping us package and get the auction items out, even though the post office is closed today. Jessica was here, and while she's not an Otter Creek resident at this point, she might as well be. And
she came in earlier today on Thanksgiving. To help us prep for tonight's auction and prep for Friday's auction.
She found that unit in Tampa. We didn't even see this. Those were Versace sunglasses, brand new Versace sunglasses. She found in the case.
That's awesome.
Mind blowing. So she was prepping for the auction tonight, which is at 7 p.m. But you know, you got Scott and Ellie, Belinda has been helping out and volunteering. Eric's been working. Crystal, his mom, has been volunteering. Like, there's so many. Deborah's just such a sweetheart, volunteering. And Deborah texted you after she saw yesterday's video. She's like, all right, we're going to talk about prices. Please, Deborah, I know you're in the chat. You ain't paying nothing. You're going to call dibs and take it. And that's the way it's going to be. And you're going to be like, no, Jeremy, I'll pay you. And I'm going to be like, you already have paid us. You volunteer constantly.
Yes.
And we love you for that. And we're so thankful for that. You're not paying for anything, Deborah. You're going to pick it and you're going to go, I want it. And you're going to call dibs on it. And you're going to be happy. And we're going to be happy. And we praise the Lord for such incredible people, not only current, but even past, whether it be Brett and Therese, the very first couple that we met in Otter Creek. Thank you, Mike Davis, for the $5. And new people who will undoubtedly move into Otter Creek and still become new friends, like Rex and Janelle have. So we praise the Lord for these individuals. And Kevin the cook.
Kevin loves to cook.
He'll just be like, hey, how many people are at the schoolhouse today? I'm gonna come and cook for you guys.
Or I'm gonna bring food. Yeah.
Wow. Deborah just put in there, go Irish.
He's been helping us with like bulk items.
Yeah. So Kevin's actually taking some of our bulkier items. Security is a huge issue for us right now.
Yeah.
Huge issue. And so to say that access to the schoolhouse, but really access to us, is completely and totally shut off, That's the reality. But Kevin, who we already know and can trust, is coming in and he's taking bulkier furniture items, and he took some really big items this past week, and he's selling those at the flea market for us, and for himself as well. But to be able to actually have somebody who can get rid of those things is a big blessing too.
Oh yeah, it gives us more room for inventory.
And for turkey hats.
Sherry came and volunteered on Sunday.
Sherry was here on Sunday after we were with Sherry all day, and then Sherry came over here.
Yes.
What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing.
She sorted everything. She helped Jessica sort like all of the paper bags that you guys donated for the Hudson sisters, and all the candy have all been separated and put together.
Ready for an assembly line.
Ready for an assembly line. Yep. And then like all the toys were separated and put into boxes, and all of the personal gifts that you guys have sent to us were all separated and put into separate boxes. And so all of that, any type of help obviously helps.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot to do.
Well, and it's not my turn, but can I skip and can I give another one?
Yes.
So all of the viewers who have been so supportive through the most horrific things we've gone through in our lives, the horrific allegations that are untrue, the horrific things said about us individually, us as a couple that are untrue, the stalking, the threats, the death threats, which we don't even share, which are on a daily basis from unhinged individuals. But to tip the scales, so to speak, all that garbage over here, but you've got all these people that are loving and sharing their love with us and their encouragement. It spurs us on to the point of we have massive legal bills, and for us to go in a joint venture with Whatnot, invest in ourselves in regards to auctioneer licensing, and then build the online auction business. And there would be no online auction business if it wasn't for the viewers. And I want to share.
Do you mind if I work while you talk?
Go ahead. Okay. I want to share that that you want to let them watch you work. I want to share that I set goals for the team, and in 3 months, the team has literally blown those goals out of the water. And Ellen, thank you so much for all your encouragement. And so the introduction of the online auctions has just been, number one, a ton of fun. Number two, it's generated cash flow for all the bills. So we have extreme lower income, same amount of expenses, plus legal expenses on all of that. We're up to $215,000, and we haven't even been into federal court yet. Next week we have 3 depositions. Mine's on Monday, George's on Wednesday, Char's is on Friday, and we've got way more. Russ the Susses is being scheduled immediately after that, and Lynette and Crooks. I mean, those are going to be multiple day depositions. We're talking about tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of more dollars in legal fees. And so the implementation of the business and the team making it work, but it doesn't work without all of you guys out there. And it's been such a blessing. It truly has. It truly has. As a matter of fact, George is getting ready for the auction tonight at 7 p.m. What else are you thankful for, baby?
Definitely thankful for Patience, Christian, Deanna, and our volunteers, obviously.
For sure. Do you want to add anything to that?
To our awesome employees.
Independent contractors.
Independent contractors. Yes, they're pretty awesome. And like, even though they get the week off, which they deserve the week off, like I don't have a problem working and filling in for them, because we're
going to need them to fill in for us when we go up for Christmas, and you have all the appointments.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. We'll see.
Well, and the reality is they would fill in for us just as we are filling in. And we could have just said, okay, we're not going to do any auctions, but we are not in a position financially to be able to say that because of the way all these allegations, all these things that have happened, the entire ecosystem of what the Hales has destroyed our income. And I'll say this as well. I'm very thankful for a legal system that will hold individuals accountable, not Judge Grudge, who illegally corrupted the system and was called out on it by the appellate courts. I'm thankful for that. But not just Crook and Lynette will be held accountable. There are a handful of others that will be held accountable in the legal system as well. And I am thankful for that. But you have to understand that that having that support from you guys, and I'm going to add in a couple other individuals that have been crucial in the support that we have found inspiration and really at times a breath of fresh air from. Megan Fox has been absolutely wonderful. And while we're not close, that is somebody we feel like we could very much so get very, very close to. And mods, if you guys want to put Megan Fox's, her channel in the chat, please feel free. Please feel free. And then Tug, that umbrella guy, again, never met him in person. Don't even know what his real name is. Don't know what he looks like. And yet, we talked about common sense earlier. Richie, thank you so much for the super sticker. We have learned very quickly how many people online don't have common sense. There's Dana Phillips. And Dana, I'm going to touch base on Dana in just a moment as well. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Dana Phillips has 2 more weeks of chemo. And so by all means, be praying for her. And I just packaged another package for her last night. And I was praying for you, Dana, as I packaged it. And I want to encourage everybody in the community to be praying for Dana. She has 2 more weeks of chemotherapy. But Megan Fox, not that Megan Fox, the actor, but the writer, the journalist, Megan Fox, she's been phenomenal. She's been absolutely phenomenal. And we find new inspiration, wind in our sails from Megan, and that umbrella guy or Tug. We have found, wind in our sails when we feel, we have never felt defeated. We have felt discouraged. For example, when Judge Craig DeThomas illegally placed an illegal temporary injunction on me, took away all my legal rights, access to my own legal property, access to my own legal firearms to protect myself, to protect George, to protect anybody else. We felt discouraged, and yet there were champions out there with common sense, out there calling a spade and what it really was. And guess what happened? The appellate courts did too. So by all means, feel free, mods, if you want to put in Tug's channel and Megan Fox's channel, I strongly encourage you to make sure you encourage them as well and thank them. Again, we've never met personally. They're not individuals that we have ever, I don't even know what Tug's real name is, but they are people that we have found inspiration from and refreshment from in their coverage of truth. And yes, Shizzy, Lizbert said Shizzy too. Yep, Shizzy too. And so, and right now you're going, who's Shizzy? You can feel free to put Shizzy in the chat as well. You can feel free to put Shizzy in the chat as well. And we have laughed with them as we have watched them. At times we have cried over the heinous things that have been done to us as we have to relive it as they're covering it. But their support of truth, it's not, you have to understand, it's not support of us. It has nothing to do with us. If it was anybody else, they would still be supporting the truth. And so their support of truth, their support of accountability, their support of making sure this doesn't ever happen to anybody else before has been a true blessing and complete and total encouragement to us. complete and total encouragement. See, Mayor Dan is in the chat. I'm thankful for Mayor Dan as well. George, you want to talk about something else that you're thankful for? She's prepping for the auction that starts at 7. As you can see, there are items from the Epic Tampa unit, and it has just been incredible. Yep, DUI.
I'm definitely thankful for the schoolhouse. Oh my gosh, like the schoolhouse purchase has been a blessing in more ways than one, and it's been awesome.
Yeah,
it makes doing Whatnot an easier process than it would be at Hale's headquarters with the amount of inventory that we have to process and go through. And so if you ask me, would you rather work out of Hale's headquarters for Whatnot or the schoolhouse?
thank you, Lori.
I would say schoolhouse. And
I think it's almost every day we sit there and look at each other and go, can you believe we own a schoolhouse?
the answer is no. Absolutely.
We literally can't believe it. Yeah.
We're so blessed, and it's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna flip it back around. So the fact that God blessed us with, originally when we bought property, we were looking at building a 10,000 square foot warehouse so we could do all this work. And then that's like $1 million. Yeah. And we were prepped. We were ready to go. We had general contractor all signed up. We had the materials ready to purchase. And then general contractor just went ghost, which we have found. We found, which is pretty normal in this area, that it's difficult to get people to commit to actual work.
But this was a much better plan.
And here we are going, oh my gosh, God had a bigger plan. Yeah. Like we had no idea. No idea. Well, and George is talking about pallet racking. I'll talk about that in just a second. Actually, you could talk about it after I'm done with this, but we had no idea what was even back here in this building and facility. And it was Brett and Therese that called us and said, hey, that building over there, they're having a garage sale. And George is like, I wonder if they have picnic tables. And then we drove by and they do. She's like, let's go buy the picnic tables, and then opened up a conversation in regards to actually purchasing the property. And wow, we spend almost every waking moment here, and frankly, a lot of non-waking moments as well, nap times and other things along those lines. We could be here to 3 a.m. tonight. We could be here to 4 a.m. We may say, okay, we're done at midnight. But when we wake up, we're over here at the schoolhouse, and God has provided a wonderful building with wonderful people, and for us to run a fun business. And so that has been absolutely incredible. Okay, you want to touch base on what you were just talking about?
Yes.
So I'm going to turn it back to George.
So there was a time where there was pallet racking maybe 6 hours away from here.
Yes.
6 hours away from the schoolhouse. There was pallet racking that went up for sale, and we're like, oh, perfect.
For auction. And I bid over 10 grand and I won it all. Auction. For 10 grand.
For 10 grand. But for whatever reason, the auction house would not accept credit card payment. It had to be cash. And we didn't have that much cash to go, hey, here you go for the pallet racking. We had to hold that cash for storage units. And so it didn't work out, but God knew that we had other plans with the business, I feel like. And so now we need these types of racks,
which are way cheaper.
And they're on wheels, so I could wheel them anywhere in the schoolhouse. And
Mary, thank you so much.
I feel like God knew He had a bigger plan for the business, and that's why the pallet racking didn't go through, because we would have never really used them for this particular room.
So the pallet racking, and again, I won it at auction from a business, and we were going to have to drive and go pick it all up, and we're going to set it all up. These rooms were all going to be pallet racking for everything that we list on eBay. And you'd be able to go through and pick which tote had your eBay item in it. And you could go and find it, and then you could ship it. 10,000 in racking. And I already won it at auction.
would have been.
They wouldn't take my payment, a credit card. And so it was a bust. And now we're not doing eBay like we were in the past. We still have our eBay, what the Hales.
We have
And
over 5,000 items, I think, on there.
George says there's over 5,000 items on our eBay right now. But we don't need that pallet racking anymore because the business model has changed. So due to the horrendous things that have happened to us and the auction company not accepting payment of credit card, our business model has changed. We never got the pallet racking. We don't need the pallet racking, and we're implementing brand new systems in place. So very, very, very thankful for that as well. Absolutely. Very thankful for that. And there's so much to be thankful for. And I'm sure you guys have things that you're thankful for as well. Let us know in the chat some of the things that you're thankful for. Let us know what some of the things you're thankful for. Okay. Because we want to know. It's Thanksgiving. And I think the most important thing is people. We are extremely thankful for the people God has placed in our lives, and that and the friendships and the experiences that we've been able to have together. I see a lot of people saying my sister, family, friends, family. Yeah, people, family, life. Dana Phillips. So Dana, you just saw Dana put in their life. Dana's got 2 more weeks of chemo, as I shared. Unexpected cancer, unexpected chemo, and she's literally right now going, it's life. Some of these ridiculous things that we get hung up on, like parking spots and pajamas at Walmart and things like that. And then you put that in perspective of where Dana is right now, and she's going, I'm just thankful that I'm alive. All those other things fade away. And so we continue to pray for Dana. And I'm going to ask that you continue to pray for Dana, but also pray for us, because our lives are literally in danger every day. Every day. You've seen some of the statements that he wants to shoot me in the face, feed me to gators. Debbie, thank you so much. That's a direct quote from John Crook, that he's going to shoot me in the face and he's going to feed me to the gators, which is something else I'm thankful for, even though gators are out. Well, let me put it this way. Certain individuals with gators are out. They are scumbags. They are not to be trusted. And we pray to God that we never come across people like that again. But we still love gators. So last night, George and I were driving on the ranch property, and we're going by. There's a pond next to the house. So there's the creek in the back, and Allie, the gator, lives in the creek in the back. But there was a 3-foot gator in the pond by the house last night, right next to Waddles, the duck. And we're like, George, it's a gator. There's a gator. And she's like, where? And the silliest little things like that, 3-foot gator in the pond, just make me so happy that all the wildlife is there. It's happy. We're happy. And God gives you these little things where you can go, I love them. I love the wildlife on the property. Now, some of you are going, but you're selling the property. Yeah. And we're selling the property. And guess what? There'll be more property. I know God's not making anymore, but selling one piece of property doesn't mean there won't be more property. And everybody's going, where are you going to live? Where are you going to live? I can guarantee you, we are not going to share that with anyone after what's happened to us here. And while these things have changed our lives forever in negative ways, it has also brought around very positive things, such as people, support, love, and your prayers. And we covet that on a daily basis, absolute daily basis, as we continue to have fun with the entire What the Hales team. And we're going to have fun tonight. Even though it's a holiday, George and I were going back and forth. Should we have an auction? Should we not have an auction? It's Thursday. Technically, it's Florida's auction. Should we do it? Should we not? And George just keeps pushing. She's like, let's do it. We got legal bills. Let's do it. We got a ton of legal bills. She's like, let's wear these. She bought these turkey hats for us. She's making me wear this. And she's going to wear the other one that looks like that looks like that. So we're going to have a ton of fun tonight regardless. And it is a holiday. So jump on your app on your phone and join us on Whatnot under What the Hales. If you've never made a purchase before, $15 for free. You can spend it anywhere you want. And we're going to have some fun selling some of the items from this Tampa unit that we purchased yesterday. We purchased it yesterday. We released the film the exact same day. And you tonight are going to have an opportunity to own some of this incredible treasure